What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 21 of my Total War Warhammer 3 Bhashiva the White Tiger Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, a couple of magnificent Pyrrhic victories saw us defeat the main stack of Tretch Craven Tail using our Wei Jin army with the Celestial Dragon Guard and Great Longmar Riders, and to the north Gandari once again fought off pretty ridiculous odds, cutting down a rat after rat after rat, and Throt the Unclean included in that. He has got so many good defeat traits from Legendary Lords now. Honestly, I'd love to have him go down to deal with Azag, but it is a long way down there, and we should break Kelpit if nothing else. Raise it, break it, something it, and it is significantly closer. Though we shall see. Anyway, we left off last time with this little situation. Conrich 10 Scratch is probably going to sack or raise for Dwarslav, though we never really cared about the place. What we do care, because we never really invested, well, I mean, we're not invested in this particular territory, let's say, because there's too many red territories. What there is, however, is the pathway, the passage from Uskalag down to our undefended territories, which we definitely don't want them to, we don't want them to go down. Also, how are you doing? You are down to, you're up to 4 settlements. What the heck? Dolgan, what are you doing? I also feel like the Dolgan continue to bypass all the Skaven territory. Look, they just keep walking right by them, even though we set them up at war. Again, the AI is pretending that they can't see them. Sharing a border, enemies, all these armies nearby, enemies, and they just refuse to do anything about it. Anyway, I noticed that Gandari could actually push all the way to Prague. I wonder how leveled it is. Probably been these guys' territory for a while. But yeah, it would mean ignoring this for the turn, but maybe we should. Oh, on the other hand, we did want to deliver the Iron Guts. No, I think we should deliver the Iron Guts. Alright, so Gandari, much as I hate to, we're gonna send you all the way down here briefly. We'll deliver the Iron Guts to you, and Blesk is basically undefended. Alright, so Chudu, that means you can now occupy Volksgrad. Occupy. I doubt any single army is going to be able to deal with you anyway. And Recruiter you must deliver the Iron Guts to Gandari. Like so. Completing his army once and for all. Minus possible replacing of these two with Iron Guts. We could just keep their names and, you know, evolve them to Iron Guts, essentially, if we get those units. You still have a few bonus troops, which we could put into Carrick Vlag for now. It's a little bit of a waste, but we'll see. As in, I might delete them because they're costing us money. Another martial artist, really? Alright, we'll keep milling these. There are 2 types that I want, and we haven't been getting, or haven't been lucky with them. You're a strategist, and you are a martial artist. We could just get the second martial artist, put him in this army, and then forget about it, or we just keep these. I wanted the ranged-focused ones, but frankly, we gotta deliver one down to Setang, and it's gonna take a while anyway. Would have been nice to get the second strategist one as well. That was the tactician, not a strategist, right? Oh, there is a strategist here. You know what, Square, let's double strategist, and then deliver you here, and then we'll, I don't know what to do with the martial artist, but we'll see. Frankly, we could double up on martial artists and put them in the other army, but they're kind of terrible, so, eh. I mean, yay, melee defense +6 and physical resistance, but the others offer so much more. So, you know? Anyway. Let's see what else we got. Should have gone from the top in the first place. Bhashiva, I'm going to have you march stance right past the Bone Gulch. Depending on whether these guys take it or not, you still want to maybe push towards Karakazul. Now, the critical thing right now, or at this point, is to... you know what? Collect the money here for now. We'll eventually uncollect it, and we'll see. I assume Desolation of Nagash is owned by... Oh, actually, you know what? We can test this. If we talk to Clan Moors... You're not at war with Moors, are you? No. Actually, I would also like to see trade agreements. Nothing. At least, not really. Carcassonne, almost to a trade agreement. Man-Eaters would be nice. They'd get a lot of mileage out of them, but... if we were to declare war on... you'd do it for the Man-Eaters, but they're kind of a big territory, and... yeah, I don't want to deal with that right now. Jade Custodians. Funny, now they want to confederate. Jade Custodians and Northern Provinces both were leaving alone because I don't want to add so much admin to the late portion of the campaign. The only one I wanted was the Eastern River Lords, the guys with one settlement, and they refuse. I want that Lee Temple that they have for the +5 public order faction wide, but alas, they refuse. Oh well, what can you do? Anyway, what I wanted to test was this. If we talk to Clan Moors for a second, like so, and we offer them, we can offer Bitter Bay and the Fortress of The Fortress of Vorag surprises me, means most likely that they own Sump Pit, and they also own Desolation of Nagash by virtue of being able to give them Bitter Bay. They'd be willing to give us a lot of money for it. We could probably gift it to them later, once it's just about to rebel. Or we could give it to the Ogres for one of these territories. Oh yeah, we should probably give it to the Ogres. Yeah, much as I like to take their money. But we should complete this province. Not that I really care about Pig Barter, the province, as in it's called a delta, but I do care about the border gore because it bothers me. So it's a good enough reason, in my opinion. Also, Silver Pinnacle. Would you guys want to trade that for the Demon Stump right now? Silver Pinnacle, Demon Stump. Minus 16.8. Oh, wow. Okay. You are not willing to do that. Well, that's tremendously rude. We will delete the money building, and we will repair you, and then we will maybe upgrade you. Your growth is basically non-existent, but it should be just enough to eventually level you up. Yeah. I should get some bonus control or growth faction-wide. That would be really helpful. And I know where we can get it. We can get it from the appropriate buildings in the Great Bastion. But anyway. Bureaucrat Zheng, you are going to go right here. We do have a little bit of cash right now, so while we're not quite flush, we will build the Cloudwork Hall here and... I don't necessarily want you to go here. A, you can pick up the Plague, and B, it's going to cost us 500 gold per turn. And it's not like it's critical that we build that thing there, so we'll wait on it. Miao Ying, Yaodu, you guys are still defending the Great Bastion, and ooh, a Tharv. I think it's time to move. To bring the Jade Tiger all the way to our territories and get him an army. It's going to cost us 1,600 gold now that we're no longer standing in the gate, where the armies are free, but it is what it is. Alright, looks good to me. You technically need to deliver this army to you. The main issue being that oh, of course, they're continuing to spam 1,000,000 Hell Pits and Mutant Rat Ogres, aren't they? Also you are technically supposed to meet up with Bhashiva. Alright, go right to the edge of this territory. And then I would like you to go right here and encamp. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we have to encamp. Go here. There's a reason for this. And that reason is I want you to build 3 jet lions. Like so. I want those in this army. A, to have more tiger elements, and B, because we need yin and not just yang in this army. Yeah, and you're the best option to deliver it right now. You are therefore going to go this way, but let's move you while channeling. Oh, let me guess, you needed to channel too? Yeah, you did, but you can't switch to it anymore. Alright, well, we'll deal with it later. You will also need a claw speaker. Everybody needs a claw speaker. Man, yeah, that's one of the weird things about Cathay is it feels like some heroes need to be put into every army. The claw speaker now needs to be everywhere because it's our source of replenished troops, and the alchemist needs to be everywhere because there's very little that's going to be nearly as good as enables magical attacks for Hero's army. So you're pretty much stuck with 2 heroes at minimum, and frankly the Gate Masters are so good, I've been including 2 in pretty much every army. You can probably get away with 1 depending on the composition, but generally speaking it is a lot of heroes. And an Astromancer's, you know, on occasion. Oh. Well, I was about to say, maybe that army could actually use an Astromancer now that I think about it as well. I will think about it. Because with the Jet Lions, we would have the aura that they confer physical resistance in that army. Which is a good thing, admittedly. But anyway, let's see if anybody else needs to move before we go on. Oh, I did not move the heroes between the episodes this time around. My bad, guys. Let's start on that then. The tech thievery still needs to be accomplished, and the scouts still do need to scout. Go find some elves. Really? I'm gonna fail? You're level 12 and you're gonna fail? Oh, you think you deserve a Great Moonbird after that showing? Come on, man. Let's be real here. Alrighty, we have found the High Elf Sea Patrol. High Elves, where are we here? High Elf Sea Patrol. Oh, wow, they do not like us. They're at war with Seducers of Slaanesh and the Dread Fleet. Fair enough. Are you willing to trade? Not really.
I wonder, do you have any other practices?
I mean, we could declare war on Seducers of Slaanesh. They're so far away, it hardly matters. Frankly, the same thing is true of the Dread Fleet, just to get the trade agreement going with them. Yeah, we could do the Dread Fleet. They will never ever reach us. And it's not like they're a threat to our caravans either. Though admittedly, they do occupy most likely a lot of territory on Ulthuan, but anyway, let's do this. Join war against Dread Fleet.
If it aids.
And that's a free trade agreement for 600 gold per turn. Thank you, sir. Let's also take a look. Yeah, there's no other trade agreement that's going to happen at any time soon. Military access alliances, this we don't care about, or at the very least we're not going to do. Rictus wants peace, Molder does not, though very close to it. Alright, back to stealing tech. You, sir. Man gun bad this time? And you, sir? Pillars of Grognay. And a 1 and a 2, success, and success. Oh wow, you guys are actually succeeding. I'm shocked. It's so unusual. You, last tech thief, I guess are going to go back to Black Iron Mine, though your success chance is actually not super high. You only have 1 turn, so don't you screw me on this. Yeah, good job. Alrighty, and you reached rank 12, so let's move towards Trusted Council and the additional little bit of extra research rate. While these guys continue spamming their ridiculous number of tier 4 units and tier 5 units and whatever else they have. All the most expensive, insanely expensive units, but anyway. I feel like the AI does that a lot more in vanilla than it does in SFO, so I feel more free to include more basic garbage in our armies in the mid to late game. Whereas in vanilla they have a tendency to spam many more elites, and at the same time, in SFO you can level your guys a lot more, so... As in, buff your units a lot more. You have Tactician, alright, because I wanted to test the Tactician to Grand Tactician thing, but it ain't happening yet, although you are actually quite close to it. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 more point will allow us to test it out. I actually wanted to replace Kabir here with another one of these guys, the Lord Magistrate. So let's replace you with a Strategist, I guess? Or we could do Bureaucrat for the construction cost reduction. They're both fine options. If they attack, the Strategist will be better. If they don't attack, then it won't matter at all. Yeah, you, Kabir, do you have any units in your army? You do not. Oh, you know what? These places could also use some growth. Replace Lord with... not the Celestial General, but the Lord Magistrate. Yeah, let's just do the... Well, actually, you know what? The Bastion Gates actually do cost a lot, so let's do the Bureaucrat. There you go. And you start at rank 3, let's get you improved Inspiring Presence, and then we'll hold off otherwise. Alright, I believe other than building, that's the end turn. So, let's build buildings, such as they are. Imperial Road, we are looking to build this thing, but again, it's insanely expensive to get 1 capacity, so that's not happening right now. I would like to upgrade Mount Silver Spear, I do admit, so we're going to do so. Bone Road, don't care. Nobbler Country, that's Flayed Rock, don't really care. Decent likelihood we'll actually trade this away. You are generating some money, but not as much as we'd like. Oh, also need the money generating building here, but wait, can we collect money? Yeah, let's collect money. Only province we weren't collecting money in. Oh wow, minus 19 in Fortress of Vorag. The game is not liking all that corruption, but we should have decent piles of defenders there by the time we need to. Also, hero check real quick. Alchemists are fine. I would like to check I think we are... yeah, we're out of Astromancer capacity. Claw Speaker, we're waiting on a proper one of Beasts, and everybody else is good. So, skip. No caravans. End turn. Well, let's see what those rats do. Everywhere there are. There's a lot of rats, go figure. Alright, and we'll also have to think about if there's anybody else they will go for Fort Dwarslav, unsurprisingly. It is a minor settlement battle, so it would be a last stand for these guys. We could fight it just because it's a last stand, but I mean, yeah, sure, the Tiger Warriors would do decently well, but... with the towers, and we basically have no defense. Well, right, and we rack up some defensive supplies. It just feels like a waste of time. The main reason we'd want to fight it would be to summon the iron reinforcements on top of the warp lightning cannons and destroy them, thereby preventing this army from having those in future battles. But at the same time, in future battles, we would just, you know, make sure to do the same thing and destroy those warp lightning cannons. I think it's a waste of time. It's not resolved. And see what they do. They will occupy it. Okay, well that's actually not the worst thing, because if Gandari's nearby, he may immediately be able to destroy that army. You want us to join war against the Caravan of Blue Roses? That ain't happening. And I do see another Moldor army moving this way. Hopefully they don't do the same thing and jump over to Great Skull Lakes again. We really gotta kick them out of the place. Alrighty, Karakadrin. Settlement looted. Yes, settlement lost. That's fine. Ambusher discovered. Balthazar Gelt. I don't care. Hit points for all characters, good. And what is this? Mission successful. Oh, we actually completed a goal. It's been so long, I forgot. Now we need another. Alright, cleanse the sewers. Capture and occupy Black Iron Mine. Army receives plague. Oh, frickin' great. Great. Now you have the Skaven Plague, and you can't deliver these guys to Bhashiva. Oh, you didn't take Bone Gulch? What are you doing, ogres? They didn't lose attacking it, did they? Okay, well, this is kind of going to waste Bhashiva's time. Not a resolve. I don't know what that ogre army did or where they went, but well, they're clearly not here. Take the Bone Gulch. And we have the money building. Switch it to Fortune's Offerings and immediately start building the stockades. Warhorse for Recruiter U. Actually, wait, maybe we delete this instead. And build a peasant stable here, because it will provide both garrison and cheapenate the archer platforms. Water Snake Breeder, and another lucky arrow. The plague is annoying on you, though. What do I do with you, then? I guess we could just sit here, paneling, and you're basically out of the game for 5 turns, probably more like 7 or 8 turns, because you are now so damaged that you'll have to heal up as well. You are moving this way, but we can't reach you. And it's another obnoxious elite army. I mean, fair enough, but... Alright, well, I would like you... okay. I'd like you to move into an camp stance like this. And I would like you to deliver your unit, specifically the Terra-CAT-TA Sentinel, like this. And then I would like you to start moving southward. You will have to deliver the Jet Lions to these guys, and then we'll be free to delete you after. Now, there's a chance of interception alert, right? Yeah, it's only plus 10 though, so it's probably not enough to help. Let's keep going for inspired marksmanship. Well, actually we should probably get 1 point and 1 point in each of these to get Grand Tactician. I wanted to buff up Satang more, but we're okay. And you are waiting for points here, so let's hold off on leveling you any further. Okie dokie, so that's moved. Now, Gandari. Are you able to immediately reach for Dwarslav? You are not, by the looks of it. What you can do, however, is move into ambush right here. See if these guys push towards Carrick Valag or Carrick Doom, or try to go past it, which would be annoying. We could even do this. Sit out here and encamp. Ambushing Gandari wouldn't work too well anyway. We could even maybe go here and try to act as bait. And frankly, if this guy dies, I wouldn't even care. Therefore, yeah, Recruiter you, go here. Even if this fails, we don't care because you're deletable. Yeah. I do like the tax collector on you, but, you know, I'll keep it on you for now. Hey, these guys actually took the Temple of Heimkel now. Good job. Good job. Now, if you could just fight these guys or continue fighting these guys, that'd be great. You are still at war with those factions as well, which is also good. We need to then move you either to Prague or to Plesk. I'm going to say Prague is the way to go. Are you're able to trade to these guys right now? Just out of curiosity, this was Volksgrad. It's worth 130. Rictus, Dreadfleet, Bone Rattler's Shadow Legion. None of these matter to us at the current time. Let's see what's at Prague for now. Tier 5, Tier 4. Yeah, this will take some doing, I guess, and they have 6 Menace Below summons. It'll probably eat up all of our missile strength, which would also be irritating, but it is what it is. What is this again? Physical resistance 20%. I've been putting it on the war drum, and I think that's not going to change here. Alright, so you besiege this for now. We may sack this. In fact, very decent likelihood that we sack it as well. Taking out all of these territories would be great, though. Kislev's a green territory. We could occupy it, though we don't have a landmark there anyway. I'll put it as the much more critical option. Also, we still need 3 relics, and thusly we need to push up here into the mountains, but are having a difficult time doing so right now. I see you're here, moving away from Kazir-Kulaz. Ungrim has... Oh. You're gonna lose Grand Peak, buddy. You're just gonna sit there like an idiot? Go occupy Fallen King Mountain. Try not to be the Fallen King in question. You go to Kazir-Kulaz. What do we have here? Basically nothing, but this army does not have siege attacker on anybody, therefore we have to do this. And I did not realize you did not have siege attacker either, damn. Should have kept that one artillery piece in your army at the cost of, I guess, one of the crossbows or something. Whatever. I'm just gonna have to deal. Give these guys a chance to react to this in some way. Bureaucrat, you are fine as you are. Minus, I wanted to. Oh, one more turn. All right. We'll ignore Yeti Peak then. What else do we have? Miao Ying, Yao Du, Munji, you're both fine. You guys are attempting something. You're about to fight. Who else did we need to move? Oh, right. Wait, no, not you. You are where you're supposed to be. You are supposed to move. Keep going. It's gonna be a bit till you get there, but it's not like you're needed on the front lines in the immediate now, so we'll just wait. Alright, you do this, and you do this. Success, and keep that tech flowing. Shouldn't have said anything. Anyway, we are at 338, which is not so bad. Could really use like a couple more of those guys, but we don't have capacity yet. You are the strategist, so you're going to move to join Chudu, though you have to remove somebody from your army, and frankly, even with the bombs, the Empress Croman are probably what we're going to remove. And honestly, I like the Grenadiers, but I feel like we should put them into a different army anyway. These two are acting as Sky Lanterns. I would like a couple of Sky Junks in here, if possible, as well. I'll think about it. Scouts. Scout 1. You're supposed to scout the rats, so go this way. Scout 2. You have found High Elves, and did we find their little mini sub-faction? Whatever it's called. So you're the main faction, Aislan the Sea Patrol faction. You should have, yeah, it's the United Maritime Patrol that I want. Who we do not yet have vision of. Alright, so just go here until you see them. And then delete yourself after so that you don't accidentally find Kairos. Did you find the United Maritime Patrol? Nope, you apparently are just shy of it. Alright, fair enough, game. And then, you've taken Ruin's End. How dare you. I would like to check the Claw Speakers of Beasts. Got a martial artist here. Strong would be great, Tactician would be great, Lettered would be great. I don't care for these, though. Alright, take out Fleet of Foot. I'll give it a few more turns, since the army that wants it is now useless thanks to the frickin' plague for however many turns. We could actually reduce the... probably not worth it, considering you're a low level. Yeah. Alright, just stay as you are. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, haven't moved all of you guys. And who are you again? Alright, you know what? I'm going to rename you to Guardian. Or Watchman would have been appropriate, but I always name them Guardians in my campaigns, so might as well just keep that up, Guardian as well. Like so. Alright, now I don't have to click on them again, because I will remember that Guardians don't need to move. You failed last time, try not to fail for 5 seconds. Good job. And you are next. Oh, I should have gone to the other place. You have how many turns? 3 turns. Try to go down here, scout the ruins. We need to take out Karakazul so that they have to stop building, so that they're forced to stop building their elites. And oh, you're just shy of it. Damn, I shouldn't have moved you away slightly. Screwed myself on that one. Shadowstone Isle has fallen. Okay. I mean, soon you'll be able to act as a scout, so just go into Kugath now. If you guys could all keep pushing these territories, that would be just fantastic. Ugh, the border gore, though. But frankly, we're used to it. Alrighty, building, and then turning, ending. Imperial Road, nothing that we want to spend money on. Flayed Rock, nothing. And Silver Pinnacle, nothing at this time. I lied. We want the peasant huts. And we'll probably want to upgrade the place in order to make sure that we can trade it for this to reduce the border gore at least slightly. Yeah. And then this place, the Bone Gulch, we will want to try to trade for Ruin's End, and then this place we will want to try to trade for Ashridge Mountains, and then we will want to try to make sure that we don't lose any of them. And then we also have to figure out where Tretch's last settlements are. So he has 4. 1, 2, Karek Azul, this looks to be Clan Moors, and this looks to be Clan Moors, so perhaps it's Caracate Peaks and Valea's Sora? I'm genuinely not sure. If it's 8 peaks, it will enable him to keep building elites, though, which would be unfortunate, but not much we can do about it, so, yeah. Alrighty, well, I believe that's everybody that needed to be moved, and we milled all the heroes as needed. Well, let's mill one more of these guys. Just because I know that we won't like or make good use of those fervent questioners. I also wanted to, let's see, if we're keeping the tacticians rather than the martial artists, or strategists rather, we were going to give these guys the, Scrolls of Astromancy combines with Astromancer's Spyglass. Somebody has that. Alright, wait, I gotta give that to that guy. Dragonfire handgun. Alright, there you go. And assuming the other guy doesn't get assassinated. Oh, right, I was going to end the turn. We got to attack Prague. Whoops. Just want to make sure that this guy... Nope, this guy, who currently uses the Cloak of Pomay. You're wise, and then you... Oh, because we have double Cloaks of Pomay. Maybe we should put that on you instead. Does this make you a better fighter in any way? Let me just see here. Where's Astromancer's Spyglass? Cooldown for spells, miscast base chance reduction. Not really. And you're going to be on a Moonbird, so, you know what? I'm going to hold off on that, because I might have another Astromancer that we give it to later on. You have to keep besieging, but you can attack. Go with artillery.
Rejoice, for we have courage stronger than even the great Bastion.
I do rejoice. I rejoice at the glorious artillery fire, as the artillery army, such as it is at least mostly complete. Though with only 4 artillery pieces, we could basically add this amount of artillery to any army, and I wouldn't really quite call it an artillery army, but these artillery pieces are so mighty, I'm not entirely sure that there's any need to add any more. And this being a siege to test them, I would wager that it is the ideal situation for them. So let's see how they do at the siege. We take down the units on the walls, and then we take down the walls themselves. All the while, we use our vastly superior range to pretty much instantly wipe out one of the Plague Claw catapults with one of our artillery pieces. The enemy does keep popping off those menaces below to, well, try to menace us. But fortunately for us, they do get cut down by the Tiger Warrior Stalkers rather quickly. Now that the Tiger Warrior Stalkers are in this army to keep everybody alive if the enemy does manage to get to us. The enemy is attempting to escape the artillery fire across the bridge, but moving into a choke point of your own accord when 4 artillery pieces are firing upon you doesn't seem like a bright move. Even the cannonballs are just going to bounce through all of your troops like this, much less the explosion of the rockets. And now, to make sure that they don't come back across the bridge towards us, we'll use the Searing Doom to intercept any of these stragglers. Beautiful. And just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of the enemy army are completely annihilated. They fled the walls to try to survive the artillery fire, only to get annihilated on that choke point. Alright, and we've also been trying to focus down the enemy range units as best we can, such that our alchemist can move in as a spotter, partly to fire down at the enemy, partly to fire down at the enemy with the fireball. And that is bound. And just to make sure that we can see what the heck is going on in the enemy base or settlement. Just like that, the balance of power is already at 95% in our favor, and by the looks of it, we can just end the siege like this. Regardless of any additional menace below, we have 630 range on the cannons, and 1.2k weapon strength, or missile strength rather. Plus disorientation as well. That's pretty darn solid. And what's our reload at 6.2? So there is actually a little bit more buffage we could get. Huh, you're at max. Why are you at max? And why are you not? You're both at rank 7. You're getting Tactician. Oh, you're just out of range of... No, you're getting Grand Tactician. Oh, you're getting Tactician and Grand Tactician. Oh, probably the presence of one of the Gate Masters. Huh. Interesting. Well, either way, I just gotta try to remember that keeping one of the Grandmasters close will bring it down to the 4-second and the minimum reload time, rather than only the Grand Tactician toting Magistrate. Anyway, the bounce power, still 95% in our favor. We will pop off of that Ironclaw Tiger Warrior summon in the center of the enemy settlement as well. Partially to just fight the enemy a little bit in melee, as the rest of our army has no need of it. Partially to allow our cannons to reposition. And lastly, partially to consolidate or force consolidate the troops remaining in the enemy settlement. As obviously the AI will think, oh, finally some melee units that we can actually fight, not halfway across the map. But of course that probably won't work out so well for them. Artillery will continue to fire. And the enemy are indeed consolidating, moving towards us out of the... Huh? That was weird. Is this a desync? Could be a minor desync. Because that should be in a different place. And yeah, I see our cannons are moving weirdly. Yeah, I think unfortunately, yeah, that looks like a desync. But suffice it to say, the desync or not, yeah, what the heck is this? I wonder why this desynced. Weird. Maybe one of the... No, but this is a garrison. Figure. Well, suffice it to say, we just destroy every single rat here with artillery fire. The Gehenna's Golden Hounds would have hit them, and then the artillery would have laid down fire on them as well until they were all dead. I'm just wondering what in this particular battle could cause a desync, especially since I don't think anybody here has Executioner, and even if they did, this is an enemy garrison and thus didn't have a lord, so it might be something else. Oh well. Try to pay attention to it later. Alright, there we go. Pure siege domination with the poison rain rockets leveling like half the enemy settlement. 1,200 kills, 4,400 damage dealt as gold value, 71,000 damage dealt all told. And of course the grand cannons providing support, knocking down walls, knocking down towers, knocking down everything that they came across. A little bit of help from the alchemist, who on that sky lantern, once the enemy anti-air was annihilated by our artillery, was able to flow or fly forward and irritate the enemy. Reminds me of the last time I played Cathay and built a pile of, an SFO mind you, pile of sky lanterns in an army, which was really fun. One of my favorite armies. I think it was like 6 or 7 of them or something like that. It's pretty great. Anyway, we'll sack it. It'll still be worth a lot of money. We're not at the edge of our range, are we? I guess we're about to find out. An obsidian blade? That's pretty nice. We can certainly put that to use. Anyway, take Prague, keep depriving these guys of their main settlements so that they cannot build stuff. We will, however, build, still the peasant huts. Don't collect the income here. Go for the control edict and make sure that we can sell this for money. Actually, out of curiosity, we can't trade this to man-eaters yet, can we? Prague, yes we can. Oh, fantastic. Oh, but it's barely worth anything as yet. But that will change. Build the Tigermen thing. Oh, it's gonna take so long, though. Maybe the Sawyer will be worth a decent amount of money? Oh. Or we could just, you know what, let's invest. Let's invest in the Jade Muster. I figure if we could get these guys to attack the to attack the Sylvanians. That would be great. Also, I forgot to pick a new Xiaoming goal, didn't I? Alright, so armies of Xiangyang, Xiaoming goals. Destroy the Fecondites, capture Karak Ungor. That is actually much more likely now, so let's do this. Armies of Xiangyang, Xiaoming goals will take this, and then we will untake this, and then we will accept the one to take Karak Ungor. Really? Iron Hail Gunners are the ones you're gonna give to us? Nothing too interesting, just Iron Hail Gunners. Don't get me wrong, we've gotten a lot of good value out of them, but, you know, it's still kind of disappointing. Especially considering they're one of the few units we can actually build ourselves. Why not offer us units that we, you know, cannot build ourselves? Game? No? Okay. Anyway, I believe now we're ready to end the turn, unless I'm mistaken. Want to see what these guys do. I wonder if they'll actually attempt to attack this army. Would be interested to see it. And whether it would survive. The ambush should in theory fail, considering the massive ambush defense chance, but I guess we're about to find out for sure. So skip, and enter. Oh, let's see what we got here. Some besiege Kazidir Kulaz. Oh, alright, that's us besieging by virtue of having to, because we've no choice in the matter. What can you do? And the enemy failed to spot Gandhari's ambush. Oh, wow. Okay, well, we know we've seen Gandhari ambush a million armies, and they'd just get annihilated, so auto-resolve. Sorry, rats. Plus, we've also fought like a million billion rat armies at this point. I counted. I swear. You have to believe me. Anyway, Elspeth, you want a defensive alliance. Are you down to 1 settlement now? No, 2. You still have Flensburg somehow, but you're just sitting in Ogrish territory in Gristle Valley. Speaking of Ogrish territory, look at that. They're fighting in Athaloran as well. And this is why I wanted Prague. If we can do with them the same sort of thing, and then maybe even set the Dolgan against them at the same time. That'd be just fantastic. As in, first we try to get the managers to attack a bunch of factions, then... Hello. So I see neither of you attempted this. You are just out of range, and you are attempting to go after these guys. Funnily enough, in March Stance we might be able to reach you, but then you'd probably be able to go to Crookback Mountain? Kind of unclear. What is clear is that you still have the plague, and... nothing we can do about it. Go into encamp stance and then stay in Darkhold, I guess. I have to figure out the way that we do this. Bhashiva, I would like you to go here, but I think it's actually more important that we figure out what's going on at Sump Pit. Because we're going to Karak Azul anyway. Destruction cost, someone receives plague, and oh, it is a Rictus territory, okay. Someone receives plague, Veil of Titan, oh, you have got to be freaking kidding me. It did spread out of this place. Alright, fortunately we do have the Jade Dragon's Edict. Unfortunately, now we have to wait for another 5 turns, and it is that awful Skaven Plague. Hopefully Atharv doesn't pick it up as he moves through the desert. We'll see, though. Skaven revealed. Yeah, thanks, game, thanks. Did I give you the... yeah, I should have given you this. I didn't realize you had leveled while sitting there, though admittedly I probably should have. Alrighty, what about building? You're done here. Hopefully the Plague doesn't come here. Ah, Yeti Peak, yes, so go here. Well, let's see what we're looking at. I gave these guys tax collectors, right? Okay, you should have a tax collector, buddy. Tax collector? What about you? I gave the other 2. Yeah, I gave the 2, but not the 3rd. Alright, fair enough. What do we have here? This is not a money building. We are also 1, 2, 3, 4, so we're good there, minus the fact that we should just delete the growth buildings now because they're no longer required. Goodbye, growth building 1. And, oh. I see. I kept this growth building most likely because of the fact that these 2 are not deletable or should not be deletable here. Meaning, we go for capacity stuff. Meaning, I guess we could go for the Iron Claw Barracks and another one of these Jade Musters. At least it'll be reasonably cheap here. And then, well, we'll keep in Yin for a couple more turns and we'll switch to nothing. I really want to build some crane gunners for an army, but we'll put them in another specific army eventually, hopefully. I mean, it's not like we don't all know how they work and all that, anyway. Let's see what else we got. Alright, back to Bhashiva, starting from the top again. So you are proceeding to Sump Pit, and frankly, if the enemy ambushes you, it's not going to go well for them. You're going to try to get to Karakazul and the relic therein. I note that Black Crag is now owned by these guys. Huh. It wasn't... I swear it was not owned by them earlier. Oh, no, it was. It was Carrick Peaks I was thinking of, though there is another relic here. And we are still not safe enough to travel a caravan through these territories.
Perhaps.
4 settlements. So 1, 2, 3, presuming it's 8 peaks. What if it's Spike Peak, though? I guess we'll send you down to see. Though you got 2 more turns of this, so maybe we'll steel tag first. Anyway, I'd love for you to reinforce, but it looks like that's not in the cards. You will have to reinforce this in March stance, though I don't know whether the enemy will actually attempt to fight this or not. Guess we're about to find out. Go here. And I hope so, because we'll also be stuck in potentially getting ambushed stance. And then you do this. You're gonna run. Ugh. And you're gonna run so far that we won't be able to reach you, and now you're stuck in march stance, wherein you will be ambushed by this army, won't you? Yeah. That's not great. You can switch to regular stance where you might be able to reduce the chances. You have to now move the heck away from here. Crookback Mountain, it is reasonably defensible. I guess you're gonna head here.
Take up positions.
And then you... to get ambushed. It's gonna be a bad time if you do. Well, it'll be a big sort of first fight for Satang to see if he survives a potential ambush from these guys. Also, what are you missing? Oh, you're missing a, actually, let's build buildings. Build. You are missing a Gate Master, but unfortunately the Gate Masters that we have on option here are not very good. Or at the very least, not the types that we want here. You will steel tech from Jarna Grund, or at least attempt to. Your steel tech is maxed out and everything else is fine. Like so. Okay, let's move the heroes around. It still has to be done regardless. You are moving up this way to join these guys and replace one of those guys. You, Gandari, can retake Dwarslav. Frankly, what we might want to do then is just burn these settlements down. I'd prefer not to have Gandari necessarily do it, but it's kind of what we're stuck with right now, so just do this. Alright, I'll resolve and occupy. Earthing Rod, at least free item if nothing else. And then rebuild the tribal holdfast here. And, oh yeah, we collect the income. Alright, so these guys have these 2 territories, and that's fine. Do we give them Volksgrad? Again, how much is Volksgrad worth to you? Yeah, fair bit. Who would we want to set you against? You're still attempting to attack these guys. If they're still moving to attack Azazel, though, I'm reasonably happy with that. So maybe we try to hold on to Volksgrad for another turn or 2. You cannot reach Plesk. You can reach Yechich, though. And then go back around to Plesk. The other option would be to go and break Kislev. We can't quite reach Hellpit, although... taking out Hellpit would be the better thing to do. While Molder's busy. I'm even kind of willing to sacrifice Prague for it, if the enemy moves here.
I can visualize it.
Start moving towards Hellpit. Alright, I don't see these guys' armies. No, they still have 2 or 3 armies moving around by the looks of this. And, ooh, Erengrad Relic. Plus, it's a good territory as well. How much is Prague worth to you now? 85, it's a lot better. Would you join the war against Molder? They would. Would you join a war against Wintertooth? You would. Would you join war against... I don't really care about Bone Rattlers. I want to set them against these guys in the Fecondites, but we're not at war with either, and by declaring war on either, we would most likely be forced into... not being able to use our caravans, or continuing to not being able to use our caravans. But nonetheless, it seems like the thing to do. We could always attempt to peace out with these guys. Okay, so currently you are at war with Visalan and Karazakarak. I guess we will join the war against Sylvania. We'll do the defensive alliance, however, not the military alliance at this current time. But we won't ask anybody else to join this, because it might screw them over. Even though there are missions that I would like. I'll do this. Ooh, what is this? Vladdy. Huh. I see. So, is he stuck, or is he no longer at war with this and that, and that's why he's doing it? Maybe. I don't know, sometimes the AI gets stuck like that. I am used to it. We should have some missions. Bok, just take a bunch of random rat missions, I guess. Okay, maybe not that one. Metastorm? Yeah, sure, Metastorm. And then somebody the Fabricator, sure. Ugh, I'm so annoyed at myself for taking that stupid Blister Shield mission. How is there no way to cancel a mission? It's not happening. He's all the way in the north, ugh. Alrighty, Prague. Wait, no. Now I want to declare war on the Fecundites as well. Well, join your war against the Fecundites. I'm not gonna do the defensive alliance with you. Well, I mean, who could you get into a war with that would annoy us? I don't think anybody. Funnily enough, you're friendly with these guys. Huh. That's so weird. That's just the AI being obnoxious, because the man-eaters destroyed Reichland, and Elspeth's like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine. I want to kill Karl anyway, so yay. Anyway, you know, I'm gonna forgo the defensive alliance for them now. I'm not entirely sure I want a vision of what's going on over here. Although, screw it. I've been not doing that because I figured that as soon as we ally with them, they'd get killed by Vlad, which remains a distinct possibility. Now that we're at war with those two, I'd like to offer you a nice Prague for your joining war against the Fecundites, Wintertooth, Sylvania, Mulder. I don't really care about Bone Rattlers, but let's see this. Like so. We're not gonna do the trade agreement. They are unfortunately at war with the elves, and the dwarves hate them, so we're just gonna have to do this, and we will take your money. Though that will make you a lot weaker in the war to come, and we're also going to trespass a lot, but that's life. Yeah. That should be worth it. This is gonna cause some havoc between these factions, I think. I think the Wintertooth thing is probably unnecessary, but just do it. There you go, man-eaters. Enjoy! Alright, so that worked out reasonably well. Then, we will save this and try to do the exact same thing to the Dolgan, but maybe set them against somebody a little bit closer, while ideally eventually set them against the man-eaters, though funnily enough, by virtue of us sending them against other factions, these are now two powerhouses that are probably going to get friendly unless we set them against each other, so we're just going to have to wait and see. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting situation, but anyway. Anything else that we need to do this turn? I got distracted by that and now I don't remember. Milji, you were besieging Kazir Kulas, now you can auto-resolve it. Wow, you should not have taken that much damage. Occupy it. And Karakungur is next on the menu. This isn't a full stack. How are you doing against the... Oh, Azag's back. Hopefully he doesn't take out Karak-Drin. You guys are besieging Grand Peak. Yeah, we just no choice. We gotta try to help him out as best we can. Alrighty, who is next? That was Muji. You're the Plagueinated army? Yeah, you're the frickin' Plagueinated army. Damn you, rats. Alrighty, the rest of this is fine. Dicheng, you are going to steal from here. You are going to steal from here. Keep bouncing around where these relics are. We just need 3, and they're all in range, but we are too busy fighting to reach them. Scouts. Technically speaking, we do need one of you. You know what, move down here. I'd like to make sure that it isn't Rictus at the Desolation of Nagash. 99% sure it is Moors, but... And then here, you guys. Quite willing to trade, eh? Alright, well, I believe Scout now, you are no longer necessary. Goodbye. Alrighty, I would also like to double check that Claw Speaker of Beasts that we were looking to get. See if we got a decent one. Cultured! Now. I have to mill these guys as well. Though frankly, at some point I'm probably just going to get annoyed and just give up on milling them. Another Martial Artist. What about Alchemists? We were milling these as well. Another Fervent Questioner. Okay, we're getting terrible traits. Yeah, I do find it a little bit annoying how... You know, I think when something is well designed, you find it a very difficult choice. Like with SFO, I'm oftentimes thinking, oh wow, this is so good, and this is so good, how do I choose? But there's oftentimes with traits, and admittedly, SFO is not perfect, it's got the situation as well, but oftentimes with traits, especially in vanilla, it's like, some traits are amazing and some traits are absolutely worthless. Like, what is that? Give them at least some use, you know what I mean? Wait. Quick save. Did I take the Take Care Kungor one? I did, but you know what I should have done? I should have waited, because we could then pick one of these up. Destroy the Bone Rattlers? Oh, that's actually reasonably possible. Assuming that Muji can pull it off. Yeah. Actually, speaking of Muji, you have 3 levels on you. Sure Aim, Unyielding, and Tactician's Rally. Gotta get to these. It's a significant power up for the army, after all. Alrighty, and I believe, assuming that there are no critical buildings to be buildified. Sure, there was at least one. Wait. Yeah, you're in the Iron Dragon's Edict. Go for the Tribal Stronghold. We are gonna have to keep looking at this every turn. You know, just build it. It's gonna bother me. Bone Road, Blood Peak. We can't build this right now because it's too expensive. Fortress of Orag, we have to build the Archer Towers because, while it is expensive, it is necessary. This one will wait for the turn. Actually, no, it probably won't save enough, so just build it right now. Alright, looking good to me. We have Tower of Gorgoth ready to go to tier 5, but at 7.2k, we might want to wait until we can trade the Demon Stump. Therefore, Silver Pinnacle.
Greetings. You no doubt
Demon Stump?
I'll hear it now.
Really? Still? Okay. It's a capital that would complete your province. And that is a minor settlement that would complete our province. There should really be a thing that increases the value, or, you know, for the type of switcheroo that this is, it should, you know, increase the likelihood of it happening. You know what I mean? Frankly, the AIs should try to get rid of some of the border gore themselves. And oh, wait, we got the upkeep production for Yin next turn? Oh, beautiful. Oh, I've been waiting for that one. Alright, and ooh, hello, I see you're rank 40. Mentor. And you're 43? No, you already have Mentor. And you don't have it yet, alright. I think that's it. You don't need to... no. I mean, frankly, we could probably keep you moving in stalking stance. You're stuck where you are, buddy. And I believe we're ready to end the turn, unless there was something that I forgot. Oh, building. Tower of Gorgoth. Oh, right, I was looking at it and thinking, man, that is ridiculously expensive. This is fine as it is for now. This is not. Let's build the spices for more trade goods. Cassidir Kulaz. We will most likely trade to the dwarfs, so we don't really care about it, but to make it worth more, just in case we need them to do something, let's build stuff. And... yeah, I'm waiting for the Demon Stump. Screw it. But then again, yeah, just do it. I don't want to look at it every turn, you know what I mean? Frankly, I'm kind of the same about this. We can always cancel them if we start running out of cash again. There is that, so... let's end the turn now. Let's see how many of those rats are able to reach our stack and whether it immediately gets ambushed.
What is it, Dwarfkin?
Sorry about the silence. I was taking a sip of water and it went down the wrong pipe or whatever you say, and it had a bit of a coughing fit, and I'm frankly kind of not over it, but what can you do? I'm surprised that Rictus did not attack this army. They were truly afraid of it. But I see... We should do this, shouldn't we? I'd say we should get you coming in as a reinforcement. With the plague there, I don't know if that's a good idea. Nonetheless, we could certainly... yeah, see, the nice thing about this army, or at the very least the Great Longma, is that we can use them to reinforce and thereby chase Bokboks down. And that would be quite valuable.
This won't work.
Huh. Also, if we were to actually push Bokbok southward, we could probably kill him with Bhashiva, not that she's not busy right now. You can't reach Spite Peak anyway? Dang. And we got one turn of Steel Tech. Alright, you're gonna have to Steel Tech rather. Don't you fail me here. Okay, he succeeded. Good. You could reinforce, but then you'd immediately get killed and ambushed. Yeah, alright, we're gonna have you reinforce. I'm gonna hope that won't mean that we pick up the plague here. Just gotta make sure that nobody here just gets wrecked. You are going to go after banning the Fabricator. Like so. With Bokbok being forced to reinforce. He's reinforced. Standard of Nangao. Oh, you can't give this to characters, but we can give it to the Grace of Trey Yin, giving them 216 range, which is pretty solid. And oh, damn, I forgot to give the Iron Insignias to these guys, or Desert Tigress Insignias, rather. That's my mistake, but it's too late now. Gotta do it later, and for now, we got fighting to be fighting. Go.
Rejoice! For we have courage stronger even than the great Bastion!
Alrighty, here we go. Setang and the TERRA-CAT-TA Sentinels on the field now. Warp Lightning Cannon firing at Setang, who is completely, unperturbed. And in the meantime, every single one of his shots takes out one of the artillery pieces. Kind of similar to something like a Hell Cannon, I guess. So it'll take him 4 shots to knock out the artillery pieces in theory. In practice, he and the Searing Doom have already caused the crew to rout, so the next shot simply hits the running crew instead. In the meantime, the Sentinels are moving in, as well as the, a decent amount of our range units. And Claw Speaker engages the enemy chieftain, but that's not really a good matchup for the poor Claw Speaker, at least without items to make him way more fightier. Granted, the Claw Speakers are fighting mages in a way that the, let's say, alchemists are not. Astromancers are technically fighting mages by virtue of being able to get the Moonbird mount, but Claw Speakers do need to get a little bit in the way of items to make them fighty enough to actually hold their ground against something like a chieftain. Either way, it doesn't really matter for a Claw Speaker of Life, as he can simply heal himself, and perhaps the AI has grown wise to that as it moves towards the much more fragile alchemist instead. Unfortunately, with the 4 TERRA-CAT-TA Sentinels around, we have plenty to choose from to intercept these guys. And it looks like the crew has come back and managed to get a couple shots off, so we're going to need to make sure that the artillery is gone. Fortunately, the Grace of Trey Yin has moved in, or at least drawn into range, and now fires at and destroys the artillery piece. Lovely. The enemy reinforcements are the real stack, however, and they have arrived on field with their 3 or 4 units of Hellpit Abominations, their 2 mutant rat ogres, their several brood horrors, their warp fire throwers and rattling guns, and what have you. So we do certainly have a fight on our hands. And Setang is still having to deal with some of these, stop with the warp lightning, still having to deal with the enemy chieftain, who routed and then returned. Also, what's our damage at, by the way? 4.5k, nothing too crazy as yet. But we've got plenty of battle to fight. And that was a hit. I do enjoy watching Setang fire his bow, though. Though by the looks of it, this kill might actually protect the enemy. And if it's going to protect him anyway. Wait, let's see. Yeah, there we go. We will retarget and get 1 shot through a unit of rattling guns. Takes out about 4 of them by traveling through them, most likely, but it might not be worth it firing at them rather than single entities. They are not standing close enough, unfortunately. And get a couple more shots off, just out of curiosity. How many rats we can mow down in 1 shot? 36 up to, let's see. Like so, that goes up to 60 kills. Alright, that's actually pretty good. I was about to say that might be a low number for rats, but it's not so bad. Alright, either way, the enemy single entities are drawing close now. The Doom Wheel and the 2 Rat Ogres to start, but we do have a lot of range fire, of course, buffed up by Setang as he buffs those range units. Second Rat Ogre drops, and the Doom Wheel does manage to close the distance with one of the Sentinels. As to whether that's a good idea, I would wager that it is very much not. And frankly, the shadow of the Sentinel is probably pretty much the only thing still keeping the Doom Wheel alive. It can't move away, and it can't move forward. Because, like that Bone Breaker, it will get torn to shreds. Same with that Brood Horror. but it does look like the enemy single entities are making their way forward, which means more work for the Sentinels. And they will head to intercept the Hellpit Abominations, and Setang will have to fight in melee a little bit. But we do summon the ghostly units, which, actually I kind of like their glow together with Setang's yellow glow. It's not bad. And, ooh, does look like one of the other Hellpit Abominations does charge forward, only to get stopped by the Dragon-Blooded Shogungan. Lovely. And our reinforcements have arrived on field, but by the looks of it, we don't really need them. We'll use the Great Longbow Riders to chase enemies down, but it looks like Setang's army has actually carried the day. The monsters all stopped by our own constructs. The arrows still firing, and the enemy, by the looks of it, having no chance to win. Setang does have a tendency to get staggered in melee, though, I notice. There you go. Stagger him right back. Yeah, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to fire off that bow. Nice shot into the enemy warlord, though. And I wonder if it might have killed off one of our one of our crossbows. Hey, they should consider it an honor to be, you know, impaled on a ballista-sized bow from Setang. There we go, and he will use his special ability. It doesn't execute the enemy, though. It's supposed to do more damage the more missing HP an enemy unit has, but unfortunately, I feel like it doesn't do all that much damage. I've only used it against single units, though. I wonder if it works better on non-single units. And either way, Setang has so much range that he can just keep firing. And as long as he can out-damage regeneration, enemy probably won't escape. Well, actually, it will escape in this particular case because it now outranges him, but we will keep working on making his range rise. Anyway, with that, the enemy army is done. The second army was not needed and by and large just sat back there, and that's probably a good thing considering that they are pretty badly beat up next to that darn plague. All good, though. Alright, there we go. I'd say that went pretty darn well. Our Terracotta Sentinels held the line. Setang did a solid 12k damage, not anything that feels insane or overpowered or anything like that, though. Granted, he is as yet a relatively low level and will get significantly stronger. Grace of Chue Yin are doing fantastic and, just generally speaking, and great work. I guess, well, it's basically no money, so we might as well just heal to full. There's a lot more rats around after all. Now the question is, yeah, okay, you're not going to go south. And I take it we are not going to be able to chase you down. Actually, we could with you, but if we do, Metastorm will immediately ambush you next turn and kill you. Meaning we can't do anything there. It is tempting, but I'd rather save the army. The likelihood that they go this way, I don't know, but we're gonna back you up. You're too damaged. Too damaged for an ambush at the very least. Go back to Darkhold, you can't heal here, and 3 more turns you will continue suffering attrition. Scrolls of Astromence, a second one, we just need another Astromence or Spyglass. You will go into, I guess, Channeling Stance, since you're here and there's nothing else to take. And you will sit there and try not to get ambushed. But that doesn't increase your chance to get ambushed some secret way. It is a possibility. Almost tempted to go through Alert here. The only problem is that for the Lord Magistrates, we have Logistician here and Lightning Strike as well. I guess we could forego Logistician if we grab Alert. I really wanted to get Grand Tactician as well. Ooh, this gives us, well, now we gotta go through Tactical Prowess. There isn't an Alert thing here as well, is there? Ooh, Ammunition for Army, yes. Upkeep reduction for Lords and Heroes, enemy hero success chance, speed for the army, yes. We'll go for that. At least to start. Let's level the rest of you if we can. Metallurgic Refining, please. We definitely want more Gehenna's Golden Hounds. They're really quite useful. And let's grab a point in Metal Shifting, I guess. It's not actually that useful for this particular army, but you never know. Like so. Coloss Speaker of Life, you should have maxed out replenished troops, but we do a lot of casting with you, admittedly. And we don't have enough mana to spare, so I think we will go for the Dwellers Below. It does interfere or get in the way of a lot of rats by slowing them down. You then are going to grab Watching the Watcher. And base missile damage is a significant buff for these guys, though range for lantern and sky junks, melee defense, missile resistance for army, and range for bow units. Yeah, we gotta go with the range for bow units. That's the best thing by far. And then the Gate Master. We did not do either thing here, but in this particular army, I guess it's optimized logistics we want to start with, though we are looking to get a second Gate Master for defenses, as these Terracotta Sentinels were not constructed with the bonus melee defense that we would want them to have, but to start, I guess we'll go for optimized logistics here. So 1, and we will get you, start going through drill discipline. You're a ranged army, technically. I would also like you to leave the army,
This strains my
and
patience.
then enter the army.
Follow
With
my
optimized
example.
logistics. There you go. Alright. Bhashiva, you are up next. You are going to Sump Pit, as you guys did not move southward. So Sump Pit it is. And obviously a lot of resolve. And occupy. Alright, hey, another Trickster Shard. We'll have to figure out who to put these on. We could grab both of them and put them on the 2 Claw Speakers in this army. In theory. Again, Bhashiva gets the best stuff. Gandari. While I would love to move this way,
Magistrate.
it looks like Chudu is going to be the one to bring down. Help it with another massive artillery barrage, and, well, it worked out pretty well last time. We could actually auto-resolve it if we really wanted to.
Cathay.
I guess even the game knows now that it has no chance. I am a little bit wary of getting attacked, but there doesn't seem to be an actual army nearby. It's worth a decent chunk of change for sacking it too. And you are going this way to join this guy as well. To make sure that these armies don't annoy us, I guess we will try to keep moving towards the enemy. Alright, Gandari, I would like you to go into ambush stance right here. We will use Recruiter U, or continue using Recruiter U as bait. Right here. This guy should not be able to reach... Ooh, unless there is another stack full at Tribe Slider. So go this way. And see if we can't bait them to move towards you. Until we tear all this apart. Dolgan continue to advance in a way that is warranted, and these guys are now all at war with each other. Good. And I was once again saving this place to give to the Dolgan, and... Wait. Oh, it's a Nurglite Plague. Okay, I was worried it was a Skaven Plague, which would have been much worse. But it looks like we're okay. Okay, who is next? Bureaucrat Jung, you need to build a total of nothing, unless I'm mistaken. This will go into Harmony next turn. You actually do want to go here. Build, and technically speaking, we'll want to go down here, but I don't want to do it yet while every single chunk of change matters. This army does help us generate money. In fact, it costs 2.6k. Wow, those heroes are expensive. So the fact that it generates an additional 700 or so gold does help. A fair bit. Alright, you go here. Soon we will build you an army as well. Ooh, before I forget as well, quick save. Because we're going to armies of Shenyang, and we will need to get some of these insignias for the Jade Warrior crossbows. Technically speaking, the Terracotta Sentinels have them as well, but I think we don't have them unlocked until we're in the next sort of tier, so we're stuck with what we got. Alright, armies of Shenyang. We want the Desert Tigress insignia. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good lord, they are insanely expensive now, and yeah, we can't get even any of these. This is obviously the best one, but most likely we'll never reach this in this campaign. It's just going to take too long to do another, like, 8 billion missions for Jiao Ming. It's just ridiculous. We also have the Long Riders, which also need the tier 5. Yeah, we may as well get them either the Celestial Emperor insignia or the Unit Mass. Both really good. The charge bonus already, however, is very high on them, and the Unit Mass would allow them to flee battle, but if they do get stuck, the armor and melee defense might help. I'm gonna say we'll start with this, but I might swap it around later. I will think about it. Yes. Alrighty, you guys. Insignia up. Like so. There you go, there's your range. And now we have you guys out front. You guys... Wait, are you able to... Oh! I didn't know you could insignia regiments of renown. I thought I tried earlier. Oh wait, we actually have no regiments of renown that would normally take insignia, would we? Or do we? Ha, go figure. Alright, well... yeah. Equip them armor and melee defense at the loss of a slight amount of melee attack, but you have the charge to compensate for it. Also, that does mean we need another one of these. Like so. The longer you're alive, the more damage you're doing. Granted, directly increasing the damage is good, but again, if you're dead, you're not doing any damage. Which is, generally speaking, why defensive stats have a tendency to be more worth it. You know what? I think we're going to forego some of these points and go into Reassuring Presence, just because the plague is so irritating and I don't want to wait for, well, the army's going to be just obliterated by the time it gets anywhere. I would also like you to grab Cloak of Jet and grab Blossom Wind, I think, just because we need at least one damaging spell in this army. Granted, the army is supposed to have a Alchemist at the very least. Oh, you know what? We should pay attention to Alchemist capacity and Hero capacity. Driven. Character XP gain. Hit points and leadership. I mean, I'm almost tempted to just take this one, just put it in this army. Go for it. Additional XP is going to be helpful. It's not the one we want for Bhashiva, but we have enough capacity to keep on milling them. Scout, you go this way. Claw Speaker. We have Wise. Wise isn't bad, I guess. I mean, I guess it is only spell intensity. Got some ambush defense chance, though. Hey, you know what? I like it. Let's go with Wise. I feel like that makes sense. Then we got heroes to move. Do we need to Trusted Council? Yes, we do need to Trusted Council. Then we need you to move here. What are you at? Do you need to Trusted Council? You probably will if you level up, so good luck. If you'd level for us, we can Trusted Council you up as well and get more research rate. Beautiful. Who's next? You, I believe, succeeded last time, so go back to this, and I think you do have Trusted Council, unless I'm mistaken. Yeah, so you're good. Frankly, I should probably rename them to, you know, signify the ones that do have Trusted Council, but in theory they all should eventually, so Alright, you go to Dreadrock. Keep annoying both of these guys. And these guys may never take Haunted Forest, so... decent likelihood that the enemy sticks around in the lab. Hey, a free Scrivener. Alright, let us give a free Scrivener to one of you. I don't really care which one, but I know that you guys don't have Scriveners, and therefore you can scriven. Anyway, technology. We got 6 turns until the Grace of Shenyang, and ward save 5% and casualty or punishment will be great. Ward save 20% for unit, and range and reload. I wonder if the Banner of the Empress's Eye can be given to a lord, not a hero, or a hero, not a unit. Because we could put this on Satang the Watcher in theory. Hopefully. Anyway. What else we got? Guardians don't need to move. Wait, why are you at 18 out of 20? What are you missing? The heck? I built everything with you guys. 1, 2, 3. You have an extra peasant archer, and oh, you're missing a cannon. Alright, we're not using global recruitment right now anyway, and it's pretty cheap for these guys, so build a cannon, and in theory, one archer is going to have to be deleted from both locations when eventually we give them a caster, but, well, that's not now. You have to stay here because we don't know what's happening here, and you're waiting to deliver to this army, and that army has to deliver to Bhashiva. Muji, you have taken Kazidir Kulaz and one space away from Karakungor. Alright, fair enough. In camp, we can complete this next turn as soon as we take Karakungor. Exciting. Alright, also, how's the upgrade here? Yeah, it's still not complete. We're waiting on it, though. Alright, anybody else? That's Muji, Guardian Yao, Miao Ying, Miao Ying. Bureaucrats no need to move. Chudu, I do believe you are besieging Hellpit. Can we risk the ambush? Or can we risk attacking it, or sacking it, or raising it? Auto-resolving, and that's the one. I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna hope it doesn't screw us too hard. Auto-resolve. Yeah, some damage. The artillery are fine, that's just the main thing. We will sack it, and hopefully we're still in range. Sack. And then something's going to that. Okay, good. Alright, income from sacking settlements, and then into Hellpit and occupy. Lovely. We don't actually care about the place. It is a green territory, but it is so far and away from the rest of our territories and surrounded by red territories that we're unlikely to hold it. Collect income for now. Go for There's no replenishment edict? Fortunately not. Alright, we're most likely going to trade this to these guys as well. Therefore, we'll need to swap out some of the stuff. Well, actually, it's probably worth a lot in its current state. Just out of curiosity, help bid is worth... Yeah, a lot to you. Can get you fighting some more of our enemies. Now, were these guys at Abraham before? Did they move or did they not move? I don't know. Or did I see that this turn? I don't know anymore. But whatever. I guess with that we're ready to end the turn and hopefully complete this edict thing. So skip. Don't care about the rest of that. And maybe there was some building, but there's more important stuff to do right now. So we'll go forward. Frankly, now I'm hoping nobody attacks us this turn because I really want to complete that thing.
You've proven yourself.
Alita, what you want? You do like us, but the lizards are probably going to wipe you out, so it's kind of pointless to have any kind of alliance with you, no offense. If this was SFO, you'd be in a lot stronger position. The Tomb Kings are absolutely nasty in the current patches of SFO. Well, I guess SFO's dead right now, or there's a backup. I gotta double check. Alright, what are we looking at here? No further attacks. Snorko Butlica is backing away. Volksgrad receives Plague, but we don't really care about the red territories like Volksgrad. That's being saved for what's-his-face anyway. Gandari. You're in range of Tribe Slaughter, and I take it there's a full stack there, so double full stack, is it? Ooh, substantial income. We haven't had that in a while. And yeah, they do have some stuff here. Not as good as you'd think, though. And they have a warp bomb, too, eh? It's a minor settlement defense? Yeah. Fair enough. Alright, we'll deal with that. Imminent rebellion at the Plane of Bones. That'll happen regardless, I guess. The minus control is not helping matters. Yeah, another Alchemist's Elixir of Fire and Skin. The nice thing about this is the 20 armor, if we want to stack armor on a particular lord. Anyway. Just to double check, quick save. Armies of Shenyang, just want to make sure that we have it. Yes, occupy Karakungor. Then. Please stop losing. Why must you be incompetent? I told you to take Fallen King Mountain, you went right past it to what? Defend Grand Peak? Well, I mean, I guess defending Grand Peak is a good thing, but if that's in fact what you did. Karakungor.
Cathay needs them dead.
Fortunately, it's not a capital, meaning we are free to just auto-resolve it. Yes, and occupy it. Do we want to sack it? We are trading it to our allies. I'd rather them be stronger. Wow. Helmudreska now. I would have loved to potentially put this on Bhashiva in the early game, but now it's probably not worth it. I'll think about it. And a claw-etched plate. Missile block chance and melee damage reflection, eh? That's kind of interesting, I guess. Nothing crazy, though. Capture and occupy the following settlement, Karakungor complete. There we go. We have now attain additional insignias. Occupy, loot, and raise. Oh! Wait, the tier 5 is super easy? We can get insignias at any time. 1,000 battle captives and easy, and all we have to do is occupy 6 settlements and we'll unlock them? Oh wow, so it was 4 that was insanely difficult. Sweet. I was thinking that we wouldn't be able to complete this objective before the end of the campaign, but it looks like we will be able to. In fact, by the looks of it, unless I'm mistaken, there are no further Jiaoming missions Jiaoming goals that we need to do, so we no longer care about this. Which is magnificent, because I didn't like that. Alrighty. Or at the very least, it would be better if it wasn't poorly designed. But anyway. Metastorm. So you're between all these armies, I take it, and nobody can reach you? Ah! Xu Yao can reach this. I would love for you to reinforce, but I fear how much damage you'd take if we... I guess you all can reinforce. That army's backing away, and that's fine. But Shiva, you are in range of Karak Azul. I would still like to see who's at Spite Peak, though. Just in case. Please don't be... Ah, it is frickin' Rictus. Great Boon Bird for... Wait, I know who you are. You are a... Yeah. Been doing a good job, but none of this for you. No Great Moon Bird. Nonetheless, I think we'll send Bhashiva to Karak Azul. It is their capital, and it does have a relic. And... can we risk auto-resolving this? They'll probably immediately attack us. We could fight our way through it. But it is annoying to potentially take so much damage. At the same time, and either way, we are out of time, and I think I'm going to call this episode here anyway. Now, this, I think... I mean, it's a nice army. Maybe we'll fight this again. Because it's not like the TERRA-CAT-TA Sentinel army has fought a lot of battles. So yeah, maybe we'll give them a chance to do so next time. Anyway, like I said, we're out of time. We completed the 4th level of the Lord of Xiangyang thing, and hopefully we will extremely rapidly complete the 5th. Next time, we'll start with Gandariat Tribe Slaughter, slaughtering Skaven as he does, and Chu Yao slaughtering Metastorm's army, and potentially attacking with Bhashiva. All looking pretty good, and it looks like we are set to have victory over the Darklands, which is just great, since we won't have to... Oh, I should not have moved you through Skaven Plague territory. My bad. Hopefully Tharv doesn't immediately pick it up, as that would be tremendously unfortunate. But I guess we'll find out next time, so stay tuned for more, and don't forget to leave those likes and comments below. All glory to the algorithm, and thanks for watching.